is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
So what happens when three intuitive healers get together to discuss life, love, and spirit? Well, let's just say it gets real. And a little spicy. Welcome to Serenity Soul Sisters. Well, hello, we're back. Bobby, Gina, you there?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, the Serenity Soul Sisters. This is quite an interesting evening. As you all know, Bobby and I have been very technically challenged over the last couple of days trying to get on live with Facebook, and it has been kind of comical. So we had decided we were going to do a show from my house through my system because I am learning how to use the board and trying to get things together, and we had some wire issues. So we were granted this beautiful place, and we're so excited to be here at govsradio.com with Tony Walker and Sally, and we're so happy to be here. But now we're having technical. I really think it's spiritual. Girls, what do you think? We can't pop you up on the screen because we had some problems with Zoom with the sound. But I'm here in the studio. Gina's at home and Bobby's at home. But we're going to hear them. So we're all going to be talking together. Bobby, Gina, say hi, my girls. Where are you?
Oh, hi. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. This is crazy.
Come on, tell the truth. Is there something going on spiritually? What happened with the energy? Something's going on.
You guys fine and Gina fine. So something's wrong over there.
We'll have to figure it out. I guess we're going to have to figure it after the show is over. But we will come back with this all straightened out next week. I'm sure that this will be fine next week, but we didn't want to disappoint everybody because we made such a big to-do over it the last couple of days. We're so excited. So we wanted to do this show for so many reasons, because we're great friends and we love each other dearly, and we always have a great time when we're together. And we thought that we would share what we do when we're all together. A lot of people ask you, what do you girls talk about when you're all together? We have our witches brew, and it's always fun. We never know what's going to come out of our mouths. So that's what we decided to do. So we're here and we want to share everything from spirituality, love, life. And we hope that people can join us. They can call in. We're going to be having some of our guests come in as well as we go along through each of the times. But I think that a lot of people, know who Bobby and Gina are, myself. But why don't we go around? Bobby, why don't you tell people what you do and your amazing self?
Can you go to me next? My phone's dying.
Uh-oh. All right, Gina. Gina, my darling, where are you?
Yes, I'm right here. I just wanted to tell you, Barbara,
Yes.
I've got the YouTube channel on. I am watching you. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
I am watching
I love you.
this. There's a couple of people who are now logged in, I can see. So everyone
Awesome.
who's logged in, thank you for watching.
Thank
My
you,
name
thank
is
you.
Gina. My name is Gina Simone. I am a psychic medium here on Long Island. And I connect loved ones with, I connect clients with their loved ones that have crossed over. I do teaching about intuitive work, spirituality, mediumship. And we definitely get together, a group of psychic friends. We always love to get together. And on this show, we're going to be talking about some of the things that we talk about when we get together. People always say, what do you guys talk about when you get together?
Yeah.
They're so, they want to know. They want to know, what is it that you guys talk about? Well, this is what you're going to learn on this show.
Yes, we do have a lot of fun. Some people say because all the psychics that we have medium friends, that we don't have to say two words. We could just look at each other and know what we're saying. And then we just laugh because that's what we do. We do a lot of laughing. We do a lot of laughing, especially when we have wine. When we have spirit and spirit, right, G?
Yeah, got to add the wine in.
You got to add the wine. We have lots of fun with wine. But, so, Bobby, are you there yet? Did Bobby get back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
just my charge. I don't have a long enough wire. I did not know it would need to be this way.
Oh, I know. Well, you know what? Spirit had
Calm
things
down.
going on. I have no idea what Spirit was thinking.
Yeah.
They left me all by myself here.
No, we're watching you.
Me
I
and
can
my
see you.
coffee.
You're doing great. You're
Me and
doing
my
great.
coffee.
I see your coffee. You're doing great.
Is it coffee, Gina?
Well, there's something in
Where
that
the plug
stainless
There's
steel
not
thing.
enough long enough wire for me to do this the proper way.
You know what, Gina?
You can chat about me right now.
No,
I'll just
Bobby.
listen.
Bobby, why don't you get your house phone instead of your cell phone? Can you get your house phone and call
That's
from
not
there?
charged either, my dear.
Listen,
I
woman.
never put
You
these
got a
things
lot of-
on the charger yesterday. When I did this thing all day, I never charged it up. So you talk about me, I'll listen.
Talk about Bobby. Queen
What
Bee?
are we going to say about Bobby?
Well,
What are
she's
we
the
gonna
queen
say?
bee. She does everything.
Yes.
She's, I have to say, Gina, would you agree? She's the glue to all of us.
She really is. And for those people who don't understand who Bobby is, she is the catalyst that brings everyone together. And we would not all know each other if it wasn't for Bobby.
That's
She has intuitively put together this beautiful group of like-minded spiritual women, and we do get together every now and then. Not as much as, and not as often as we used to, but we enjoy each other's company, because when we do this kind of work, there's not a lot of people who understand the work that we do. So it's good to have this little circle of friends who get it, who get how exhausting, emotionally exhausting this type of work can be, physically exhausting and energetically. So, our families, we all have normal families, kids, husbands, brothers, sisters, and for the most part, our family members do not understand the work that we do.
No.
So that's why it's really good to have this little circle of friends where we can all complain and everyone can nod and say, yep, I have the same problem.
Oh, and and also, how many times do we have clients that we get, and we never name names, that's never about it, but it's about trying to help someone in a very deep way, and sometimes we just can't get around it, we can't maneuver it, even though we're great at what we do, but sometimes we're human, right? And sometimes we need to go to our friends and say, listen, I got this client and I need to help them, but I can't get there, and then they do something, and energetically, well, all of a sudden we get it. And it was maybe just a word or a phrase or something that helps us get to that point of healing somebody, helping them.
Yeah, I mean, everyone across the board needs a support system of friends, people who understand them, people who get them. And we all have, I'm sure, our group of girlfriends, one that makes you laugh when you're down and another person that you go to when you need advice. So we all have these type of cliques and niches of friends.
Right.
But what's nice is to get together and for everyone just to be present.
Right.
Like, how many times do you get together with people and who's got their head, stuck in the clouds, or they're not even paying attention? This is nice when we get together because it's just us and we're present.
Right. Yeah, and we kind of remind each other of the human side, that we can laugh and we can have fun, and it doesn't always have to be, we don't have to be in that spiritual realm all the time. We're human having this, we're spirits, we're souls having this human experience. And sometimes we forget to have that human experience because we are so into the spiritual end of things and working with people and helping people that we forget that it's okay to be human. That's what we're here to learn. So I don't know.
And
I enjoy
what's really nice, what's nice too, is that I find in this group of like-minded friends that we have, I don't feel like I'm being taken from.
Right.
When we do this work, we are giving, and the client is taking information, taking energy.
Right. When
we get together, it's just, like I said before, we're just in that space together. No one's taking from anyone.
Right. And also, we how many times do we heal each other? We walk over to one of, how many times have you done it for me? I mean, I can't imagine. I can't even count on how many times that you have come to me and known I've been in pain and have laid hands on me and given me Reiki energy and have healed me. I can't. Many times.
I think that happens across the board because we're all intuitive, and now we're in a circle of friends who are intuitive, so it means our energy level is really amping up.
Right.
So, of course, even someone like you, Barbara, you do Reiki, you do healing, you may feel someone's shoulder is burning, and then you go over and say, hey, what's going on with your shoulder, and you'll put your hand on them.
Right.
But you had me say something about me. How about you say something about you?
Oh, me. Well, I mean, for those who don't know me, I'm Barbara Califano, and I am a Reiki master. I'm actually, you know what? I don't even like saying a healer. I like to say that I'm an energy facilitator because I do integrated energy therapy. I also do the Reiki, but I also listen to the divine, and I just follow what I hear. I channel. I'm a New York State certified hypnotist. I am a meditator, a teacher, soul coach. That's what I do, and I love it.
And for those of you who don't know, there isn't anyone like Barbara regarding doing meditation.
Thank
I
you.
mean, she puts you in that place of, I don't know if it's your voice, the words that you use. When you are doing a meditation, I mean, I am going so deep, and I've heard so many people say, wow, she's amazing.
Thank
I don't even
you.
know if you know how amazing you are, Barbara. You are amazing.
I appreciate that, G, because I love what I do, and I just, when I get into that place, sometimes it's just the music. It could just be the meditation music that gets me into a place of a meditative state myself. And as I'm listening to the music, I'm just allowing spirit to come through me and give me the words to say so that I can heal the group of people. I loved when we did that one event with you, Bobby, and Kim Russo. We had such a beautiful time at Nassau Community College. We had about 100 people there, and it was a fundraiser for your son, Anthony. And it was such a beautiful event. And for me, it brought me to a different level because I've always done the 101s, or I've done small groups of 10, but I've never done 100. And that was challenging, but yet it was so, I don't know, I got that high that you get when you do something. And I wanted to do more, And I loved it. I do love it. So I appreciate that. Thanks, G.
You're very welcome. Well, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Is Bobby, is she getting on?
Bobby, you there?
I'm listening.
Okay, well, can you tell us, Queen Bee? Please tell us about yourself because you're a beautiful light. Tell everyone about you.
You guys already did. You did a great job. Thanks.
Okay. She's a woman of many words, as you could all see. She really is. Uh-oh.
I don't understand. The wire to my phone is too short.
What is that?
And I can't forget it. I just can't talk that much because my phone, until it charges up. I can't lay down like this, and the wire is not appropriate.
Well, you're not going to believe what's going on over here, Gina. Yeah, Bobby, can you hear what's going on over here? I don't know. Can they hear it on this
everything.
end?
What are you talking about?
Can you hear like this a binging sound? I swear to God, spirit is in this room.
No.
Gina,
I hear everybody.
It's so funny, the electric between the sound and the cameras.
And very far away, but I can hear it.
I don't know what
Well, I got to tell you, no matter what's happening, you look great. You look great.
Gina, thank you.
You look like you're on your own little radio show with Governor's radio sign right behind you. Yeah, you
know what? Gina, you got to come here and rock it with me next week.
Absolutely.
But I'm looking, I don't know what's going on, but there's an alarm going off.
Is there really? No, we don't hear it. We don't hear it on the side.
I hear it in here. I hear it in my headset. Yeah. Do you hear it in your headset? Sally hears it in her head. I hear it in my headset. It's not in the room. It must be through the board. I don't know. I'm telling you, spirit is like. Is it something in their house?
That's crazy.
Is there? Do you guys have any buzzing going on in your house, like a bing, 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 bong, 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 bong?
No.
I'm telling you, this room is haunted. I think, you know what, Gina, could you get in the car and get over here?
Yeah, we need to sage that. We're going to need to sage that location.
You know what? We're going to
have
to, I think so. We're going to come early. We're going to sage. Because people who are watching this are going to be like, but where are the other girls? We're here. But we know what? We didn't want to disappoint anybody. So we're on. And this actually could be comical. I think spirit is just messing with us. At least Sally looks baffled.
This is definitely not comical.
It's not in your headset, but
it's in theirs.
It's in mine. It's so funny because your headsets are next to me. Well, you can't see it, but it's next to me, and it's going bong, 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 bong. I don't know what's going on. I swear to God, there's something going on. I don't know.
Well,
spiritually, come on, girls, help me out over here.
We got to just keep going.
We got to keep going.
That's what we do. And you know what? this is such a great precursor as to what life is. Sometimes life is just a shit show.
That's it. It's a shit show.
It's a shit show. And what are you going to do when it's a shit show? Whether it's your kids, your husband, your work, you just take one baby step at a time and you get through it.
You know what I think it is? I think that there's 3 highly energetic people on the set, and I think that we're just blowing it up because I don't know. Remember when my wires like just and I couldn't hear you couldn't hear me? That's what's going on over here. But over here it's like your sound, the sound wasn't working. There's a bong 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 going on in my headset. It's like I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. But you know what? I'm gonna go with it.
And I heard that both you and Bobby were on Facebook Live last night.
Gina, we missed you. We missed you.
I know. I just wasn't. I'm getting over COVID. Just
I
not
know.
feeling well. A lot of people have said that you get rid of the symptoms, but you still get the exhaustion. But
Yes.
I heard that there was a nice buzz about this event when you guys were doing it live last night, and that there just seemed to be a lot of people who were interested in more talking about spirituality.
And you know what? And we will in our next show. We're gonna have topics, and we ask that all of you who are out there who are watching, if there's something that you want to talk about, something that you want us to discuss, we'll bring anything you want to the table because this is what we do. And if we don't hear from you, we're gonna pick up topics. And I'm gonna change that one. Okay,
I don't hear them in mine.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the bong bong bongs, and I'm gonna try this one. Let's give this a whirl. Oops. Hello. I don't hear anything. Hello.
How's that?
All right. As long
there
as
you
you
go.
don't hear it, that's perfect.
Now I can hear you. And I don't hear the bonging anymore. I thought it was my coffee after a while. I'm like, oh, is that the I don't know what's going on. But anyway, as I was saying, we want people to call us and or inbox us and let us know the topics that you want us to talk about. Because this show is not just about us and our friendship, but it's our love for helping people, and it's our love for spirituality. And there's so many misconceptions, right, G? Right, Queen B?
So many.
Yes,
Can I
I'm
get
here.
an amen from you? Amen, girl. But I feel like there's there's so many misconceptions about what spirituality is, and I think that we need to bring some more light into this world, especially during this time. Bobby, Jeannie, want to add to that? And we can't see each other, so we don't want to talk over each other, but just jump in. Are you there? Oh, no. Did I lose that?
Oh, wait, there.
Oh,
Are
go
you
on.
there? All right, now I got you.
Okay.
Now I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions. Until very recently, what did most people think spirituality was about? The gypsy on the corner, right?
Yeah.
Reading your palms or tarot card reading. And
Yeah.
yes, there are intuitives that do that work, and they do that work very well, and they're very honorable. But for the most part, that's what most people think spirituality is about, like a fortune teller.
Right.
And spirituality has exploded, I'm going to say probably the past 10 years, that it encompasses anything where our soul is growing, where our soul is learning what are the lessons that we're here to learn, what are the experiences that we're going through, and what can I learn from them so that I can elevate my energy to a higher plane. Because that's, like you said before, Barbara, we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Right. And I think that people forget, this is just a vehicle that we use for our souls to wear, and we just want to carry on and learn and grow, and especially now that the vibration here on the earth is so dense, we need to elevate that. And I think that we need more shows like this. We need more people who are working in spirituality to get out there and to bring in the light and allow people to speak and be heard, because there's so many great people out there who have such inspiration and such guidance, and they don't share it. And I think that this is a nice platform for people to come on and share with us their thoughts, their ideas, and have a little fun with it. It doesn't have to be so airy-fairy, and it doesn't have to be so serious. Sometimes it's just as simple as having a discussion about why we're here, right?
There's the
Remembering who we are.
question. Joan Smith asked, I'd love to hear about your journeys, how you found your gifts, how you were nurtured were nurtured and how you live with it.
Okay.
That's
Girls,
a great question, Joan. Thank
Yeah.
you for sending that out to us. That's an awesome question.
Oh, and
Who
how do you
wants to
tune
take
it out, and when you need to?
Wow, she has a
Wow.
lot of questions there.
wow,
Holy cow.
that's a whole load of things. Gee, want to take some? Bobby, want to jump in? Bobby?
Did we lose Bobby?
I don't know. Bobby, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Do you want to jump in and talk about
I could probably scare everybody. So
well, the question was, well, part of her question, I thought of you, Bobby, because I know you and I know I've seen you read in galleries, and I know when you try to teach, you're a great teacher. Yeah, and you're an amazing mentor. But I know that spirit jumps in all the time because they love you and they just want to talk, and they don't let you get your message of teaching out sometimes. They just kind of jump in. And I know that you've learned how to try to like keep them in a little box so that they don't bother you. Why don't you answer that question for Joan about like how do you tune it out? How are you able to go without having them jump in?
You mean during my daily life? I don't think at this point they control me. I control them.
Okay.
And it's a process, and you have to be, I guess, mindful of the tune in and tune out. There is no shutting it off. It's
Right.
like being in the kitchen with the water running and your kids are in the living room playing, and you tune into that TV and to the kids sometimes, and sometimes you pay attention to the task at hand.
Right.
So, you build a rapport with your guides, and you let them know that you cannot spirit play when you're not ready. I mean, that's what I do. I just ignore them. So
Gina,
basically, you got to get rough.
Right. You got to tell them to back off. No.
No, just tell them this is my time, not yours.
Right. So Gina, tell them about your journey. You want to talk about your journey? Because you have an
Sure.
interesting, your book is amazing, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you. So many of us come to this type of work because of childhood issues or trauma, or, we all have our own special path on how we got to do this work. And for the most part, the people that I know probably fought their way to where they are now. And when I mean fight, it means I'm going to fight my way. There's got to be something else out there. And then we come to realize, no, we're really meant to do this type of work. But for me, it started as a very, very young girl with this gift and not understanding it, family that didn't understand it. And it was really hard because, as Bobby said, you're in a world where there's sounds and sights and everything happening around you, but then you're also connected to this other realm, this electrical realm, where you're feeling the spirit of the energies of other spirits. So it's really hard to go to school and be friends and do all the normal things. But basically, my 2.5-year-old son fell in the pool when this was back in 1994, and when I jumped in to save him, because I didn't realize that he was in the backyard by himself, that's when spirit surrounded the pool and just said, okay, you've ignored us, because that's what I was told to do as a young girl. Stop talking about it. I don't want to hear, my parents would say, I don't want to hear that you're seeing things or hearing things in your room. Stop talking about it. So I did. And it wasn't until my son's accident when I came out of that pool and it was surrounded by these white beings, and collectively they all together at the same time said, you can't ignore us anymore. Now that was back in 1994, where we were still thought of, remember, as I said, gypsies on the corner.
Right.
So I slowly had to, as I'm sure each one of the people that we know, have to slowly find the mentor, the teacher that's going to teach us the next thing that we need to understand in order to make sense of this gift.
Right.
But as Bobby said, there is no shutting it off. And I loved her analogy with being in the kitchen. I never really thought of it that way, but that was brilliant, Bobby, where you've got the water running, but you've also hearing the TV on and the kids playing in the other room. So you have everything going on at the same time, but you're able to discern one sound versus another. I love that, because that's exactly what it feels like. You're
Tuning
hearing
in and tuning
everything at the same time, and then you got to tune certain things out. I love that.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, you had it as a young girl too. I mean, you were always very. I've known Bobby and I have known each other for 21 years, and
mine is torturous, though.
I know, honey.
Mine is torturous. Mine was panic attacks.
Yeah.
Feeling like you're going to die, running from places because the panic was so bad, and
Right.
like restaurants, and it was like spirit of the people that were there or at school, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And so I always felt like the fear of like my heart's going to explode, I was going to die, so I'm always running places, and
Right.
I just was afraid of the dark. I mean, it was everything, and I just didn't know what it was. But I was always psychic. The psychic part of me was always there, so I did not know that that I was different than anyone else until about 13 years old. But the mediumship, I guess, was always with me too, but my vibration was lower from the things that I experienced in life with the molesting and stuff, which everybody knows about, so I talk about it all the time. And so my vibration needed to be raised in order to allow them to come in properly, where I didn't feel that I was going to die all the time with the panic from the energies going so fast and mine being so slow.
Right.
So my journey started when, I was younger, but as the mediumship came in is when I started to do more meditation. I had a near-death-like experience, which I found out afterwards that they call it the near-death-like experience when you go to the other side, and I did go to the other side, and it was the most beautiful feeling. There really are no words in this realm to explain it.
Right.
It's somebody came down and wrapped these like arms, big arms or wings around me and took me out of the body, and I felt like I was in a place of, I guess you would call it like paradise or love times a billion. And you don't know at that point that you're a person with a name, a family. You just know that you are at peace. Right. And then getting sucked back into life. That particular event, which I go into detail in my book one day, but that part in my life, I think that's when the real journey started, was to get me to open up and figure out about what I was, who I was, and what my purpose was moving forward. So the kindness and the love and the faith and the hope that I carried since I was a little girl, it all made sense at that point, what it was for.
Right.
And so moving forward again and here I am.
Right.
And I think we can all attest to different times in our lives. But, one thing I forgot to say is when I was younger, I used to go to my grandmother's farm, upstate New York, and they had electric wire fences. And when you're out in the fields doing, the baling and the hay and all that, and you have to go to the bathroom, guess what? Your ass is running to the house, and you have to cut through where the animals are. So you crawl under the electric fence, and you get zapped. You get zapped. It's not like where you're going to die zapped.
Oh, wow.
Bobby, I didn't know that. Oh, my God.
I never
you never told 21 years. I never heard that story. I thought her whole...
So, I know. I just sometimes I forget to add that in, but...
Oh, my God.
So I got zapped going under the fence many, 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 many times.
Oh, my
and
God.
you laughed about it because your body kind of got used to it. You're like, oh, damn, it got me again. But,
wow.
So that kind of amped it up a little bit, too, yeah. And it's a credible journey if you allow it, if you embrace it with love and, you give kindness. And the more people are mean, the kinder you be.
Right.
But with boundaries, so.
Right. Well, I think that we learn boundaries late. We learn boundaries well, at least for me anyway, boundaries real late in life. But, well, for me, it was always something that was my mother, my grandmother, my sister, my aunt. We call them the woo-woos. They're the woo-woos. We would have dreams or we'd have visions and it would happen. And and we always thought it was funny. We never did anything with it. We never read anybody. We never did any of that. But as I got older, I was always in the presence of someone that was gifted. And then when I got to a certain age, I was channeling and I was getting these beautiful writings. And then I had a very bad experience and it scared the crap out of me. And I threw everything out that I have ever written, which I'm so mad that I did. And I threw it away. And I said, I will never do this again. But I was like 20-something years old. And by the time I was 30, I went to go see our friend Kim Russo. We've been friends for 21 years now. But she had said, I'm supposed to be doing this work. And I said, oh, no, I got scared. And she said, what happened? And I explained to her what happened. And she said, no, you got to go to class. And she made me go to class. And I started meditating. And like you, Bobby, meditation really, really helped. And I started seeing things again. I started dreaming. I started going on journeys in my dream, different trips they were taking me on. And I was seeing things in other countries and then seeing it happen in front of me on the news. And I was like, oh, Mom, I got another woo-woo. Like it all came back, you know. But as the years went on, what I realized is that it's not that we are... I'll just say this. When I was 5, I remember climbing up on a stool and then getting into like where the bathroom was, the mirror. And I remember looking in my eyes, looking really deep in my eyes. And I remember hearing the voice, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And I didn't know. I'm like, I'm Barbara Califano. I don't know who I am. I'm Barbara Califano. And they said, no, remember who you are. So years later, I was 47 years old, because you imagine how many years that's been, right? 42 years. I go to Sedona, and I sat with this healer after being on the great journey on the cathedral. I think it was a cathedral. Oh, I can't remember. But I was on one of those vortexes, and I came back, and I remember my heart was racing, like a whole bunch of things were going on. And I sat down. They gave me a banana, and they said, you need a little potassium. I'm like, okay. And I drank water, and I finally sat down and relaxed. I was like, ah. And she goes, okay, do you remember who you are now? And I said,
Wow.
Oh my God. I'm like, what did you just say?
Wow.
And she said, do you remember who you are now? And she had a smirk. I'm like, were you the voice in my head when I was 5? Because it was so real to me that I had remembered it till now. And so I started digging a little deeper. And I started doing more work. I started working more on the healing aspect of me, and in doing so, I could hear better. I started hearing more when my father passed away in January of 2014, and I was hearing him. I could actually hear his voice, Barbara Ann, it'll be okay, as I was going to the hospital when he passed. And so things always happened. I always would hear something. I'd ignore it. They would scream at me. I'd ignore it. I raised the radio louder as if I was going to tune them out. It got louder. So now I just listen. I have to listen, and I do it. And the reason why we're here today is because a very close person in my life passed away, who I love very much. And I listened to him, and he told me to make a phone call, and I did. And I'm thinking that I was going to fix something, and then we were invited to come here, and I'm truly grateful to that spirit, because now he's one of my guides, and I'm truly grateful because I am now asked to listen again, because life does get in the way, and sometimes when we are intuitive, we forget that we have a job to do. You know, as much as we're human, we have things that happen in our home life, in our work, in our families that we have to take care of. We still have a responsibility to spirit, because when we're born, we're all born with this box with all the tools in it, and we can all do the same things. Everyone has the gift of being intuitive. Everyone has the gift of healing. Mothers do it all the time. They rub their baby's belly, or they put their hands on their head when they're sick and they have fever, and they're doing all these things intuitively. But we don't realize that those were the gifts that we were given by God. And then we forget because of everything that goes on in our life, our teachers, our parents, our friends, our families, and then we let go of all of it. And then incidences and things that happen in life click and make us do it again. And I think that's what happened to me. That's my story. I'm sticking
That's
to
a
it.
beautiful story, Barbara. I love
thank
that.
you.
And I love how you brought up that there's really no difference between what we do and the everyday person that's out there. Everyone's always getting impressions throughout the day.
Yes.
We're all getting these clues. We're all getting these signs. But like you said, we don't listen to them. And then we wonder why life is so difficult. Well, life doesn't have to be as hard as we're making it out to be. We just have to be open and receptive to receiving these signs.
Right.
Okay, so you don't know what to do with a relationship or a job or a child. You put it out to spirit. I need assistance with this. Please send me a very clear sign.
Right.
And then we allow ourselves to be open to receive that sign when it comes through. You happen to be very open when your friend sent you the sign and you went, okay, I have no idea what this means, but I'm just going to do it. And you did. And look, it brought us to governors.
Right. Right. And you know what, too, Gina, I think that by me looking in the mirror at 5 years old and hearing Spirit say, remember who you are, is really for everyone. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. We're forgetting, and we're getting caught up in the ego. We're getting caught up in, I'm right, you're wrong. This is this way. It's not that way. It's black and white. It's not. And we're getting mean to each other. And I think that we're forgetting the compassion, and we're forgetting the love that we're supposed to have for each other, and helping each other, guiding each other, and raising each other's vibration instead of knocking each other down. That's what I'm feeling.
And we're very divisive right now. This country is extremely divisive. It's what's different about you versus what's different about me, and I want to find what isn't working, as opposed to, and Spirit has shown me this, you know, we all cross over to the other side, and we're shown our life review, and we're shown in moments where we didn't make the right decisions or we didn't behave a certain way, and then the Spirit says, now I understand. Well, the is also, so that's why I was put on this earth, to love, to give love and be loved.
Right.
Not the house, not the car, not the job.
We're getting confused. Right. I think people are just getting confused. Right. People are forgetting that we're here to love each other. And we're here to guide each other and not judge each other. There's so many judgments out there. I refuse to get involved with it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about any of it because it means absolutely nothing. It's just part of our story, and it's just a part of our growth. And we have a choice. We're going to either rise to the occasion or we're going to fall. And I'd rather rise. You know. Bobby, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. What are your thoughts, my little love muffin?
On what?
On everything.
I don't know.
I don't know. Tell me some words of wisdom, Bobby. You're queen bee, man.
Because you know what's bugging me out is that there's a delay on, I don't know when you're talking, when you're going to stop, so I don't say nothing because I don't want to cut you off.
No, just speak. Jump in.
I really don't have anything to say at the moment.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I just, the wire is so short, I can't keep bending that way. I wish I would have known. I would have had it charged up, but it's just not working for me tonight.
Well, today
I didn't
was
know I had to be on the phone.
Yeah, well, no one knew. No one knew. But you know what? That Spirit, they just throw him. They're going to say, how much can you take? You know, they're saying, listen, how much do you want this? So they're throwing in these monkey wrenches today. Next week will be a lot easier.
How much can you take? How much can you take? So many of us say, I can't take one more thing.
Yeah, G.
And I think I can.
Say it, G. You're right.
You know, we all say that. If I'm given one more thing, I'm going to snap. And then we're given one more thing, and do we snap? No. We take it. We handle it. We get through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. We get it. But you know what? We can't get caught up in the things that go wrong. I think we need to focus on all the things that go right. And I think that will help us raise the vibration, because we so used to going and saying, oh, this didn't work, you know, and we become the victims of, oh, this is never working. And I don't want to be a slave to that. I want to be a slave to victory and say, okay, you know what? All these crazy things happen, but we're rolling with it. I think us girls are doing a good job in rolling with it. I don't know if someone's out there that has questions, you could just please jump in. There's no problem. We'll be able to, I think we can handle, even though my girls are on the radio, they're on the
people are saying just really nice stuff. They're loving the show already a lot.
That's so
nice.
Can
someone, because I can't see from where I am, can
Sure.
someone just share, if someone wanted to ask a question, where they could go to ask it?
Well, yeah, if they write in on the YouTube channel, if they're watching the show on the YouTube channel, they could write in their question. So I've been reading them. Most people have just been making statements like Lily said, absolutely an enlightening talk today. Thank you. You know, a lot of people are just saying that this is a great group.
That's good. Is it on Facebook as well, Sally? Is this live on Facebook as well?
It's streamed to Facebook, the Govs Radio Facebook page. It's streamed to Govs Comedy Club Radio YouTube channel, and that's the one that we're reading the comments off of.
Do you want to get my phone and then I can look and see on the Facebook page if people have any questions?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, I want to grab that and see what's going on.
One question someone wrote is that she would love to learn how to raise her own vibration.
Great question. That's a great
Barbara Udy.
Who is that, Barbara?
Barbara Udy.
Hi, Barbara. Thanks for that great question. And I'll share what I do. Meditation, laughing, and music. That raises lots of vibration. Gina, Bobby, you have anything to add? There's lots of things we could do to raise our vibration. Those are just things that I enjoy.
Meditation is the best to raise your vibration. Letting go of all negative, prayers, whichever.
Gina?
Really, it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
So
Gina?
raising vibration is going to be easier when you allow yourself to be open. You can't go from having an argument at work or an argument with a spouse or a partner and then sitting down and meditating and raising your vibration. That makes it twice as hard. So developing a practice, getting used to it slowly, minute by minute, which means putting on a YouTube video of some sort of meditation or listening to music and closing your eyes. And basically what you're doing is you don't want to have a conversation with spirit. You just want yourself to just stop thinking all the crazy thoughts that run through each of our minds throughout the day. Our minds are like computers. They're going 24/7. We're always thinking about something. So when you start to slow down your mind, guess what it's going to want to do? It's going to want to keep racing. Oh my God, I forgot to buy milk, and oh, that's right, I was supposed to put gas in the car and I didn't, and oh shit, I was supposed to call my mother and I didn't call her back. So our mind is constantly going. So what I say to people is when you first want to improve your vibration, like Bobby said, get into a meditative state, but just give yourself maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes of just staying quiet. And if something pops in your mind, just be like, let it float out, like, okay, I'll think about that later. Just set your timer for 2 minutes and then try and practice that every single day. Because what you're doing is you're exercising the brain muscle, and you're basically telling the brain, stop thinking right now. Because when we're not thinking is when we are in tune with who we really are. And when we know who we really are, that's when we're connecting with spirit. That's when we can actually listen and be more open to receiving signs and symbols and answers when we're quiet. When our mind is go, 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 it's almost impossible to listen to spirit.
Yeah. Bobby, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you want to add anything to that?
We really said it all. I think it's individual. I mean, there's so many things that you could do to quiet your mind. Some people like to meditate, and they call it reading a book, sitting under a tree, painting. There's so many different things, like you can do silent meditation, you could do guided meditation, you can do walking meditation. There's all different types of stuff, but they really have to find their own solidarity. They have to find where they feel at peace first, like Gina said. And then, like some people say to me, well, I don't know how to meditate, and I can't get myself to meditate. I've tried for years. Really, it's just quieting your mind, chasing out the thoughts. That's the first thing. Because a lot of us have so many things going on a daily basis, we can't possibly, sit down after just having that argument, like Gina said, or, been at the store, went to work, and expect to go into a meditation and be all nice and cozy. Maybe take a bath. Maybe sit outside, watch the fire in the winter. There's lots of things that you can do to quiet the mind first before you go into the meditative state. Raising the vibration really takes practice in the meditation. So it's not just, well, let me go sit and be quiet and hopefully my frequency will be raised. That's not how it works. You have to actually do the meditation, start with 10 minutes, then get yourself up to as high as you can in minutes, that is, and your vibration will, get there, and then things will start to happen. You may see colors, you may see messages from spirit, you may see your guides. There's lots of things that can happen in that state, and don't don't force anything and don't chase anything away that feels good and feels right. What your goal is to get into your mind, quiet the mind, and then pay attention to the gut.
Right.
Because the gut is where all the information comes through, and your gut is your guide to God.
Excellent. I love that.
Yeah, it's a great answer. And just a follow-up question with that. A person named Lily said that she's a little frustrated because she has ADHD and she feels like she's all over the place. So how does someone like that just start to meditate to even get to that place? Is it just practice, or what advice do you have for someone like that?
That is a great question, because that is very difficult for people to quiet their minds, even if you don't have ADHD, but essential oils are really beautiful to use. And if you use a lavender essential oil, that really calms you. And you just put it in your hands, and then you just place it over your nose, and you take nice deep breaths. And the more you breathe it in and you exhale through, breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth real slow. And you just bring in that lavender. That lavender will actually help soothe you and help you with the meditations.
Well, you know what, Barbara? You don't even have to use that. Some people don't like to do that, but
I love it.
If they just do the breathing exercises alone, that would help a lot.
Right. But lavender is a very calming essential oil.
I know. Some people don't like to do the oils. I don't know why, but
for those who don't want to, they don't have to. But if she's asking, what she can do, that's one way to really calm ADHD is through essential oils and the smell.
I agree.
Can I be honest here?
Yes. This is
I can't
honestly.
even believe I'm going to say this.
Say it, girl.
I'm going to say it. I can't stand the smell of essential oils.
Really?
I knew.
I
can't believe it.
Stand the smell of essential oils. They make me want to gag.
Really?
Right.
So
some people are very sensitive to it,
Every time I hear, lavender is good, for
lavender.
calming, I'm always like, I wish I loved it, because I want to calm myself. I want to use something.
And it's great. It's great for burns. Like when I burn myself in the kitchen on a pot, I get my oil, I put it right on. It heals.
Really?
And I get no blister. It's great.
I can't stand the smell.
I can't believe it, Gina.
Cannot.
Well, I know you like coffee beans.
But I want to love it.
I know.
It irks me. The scent of these essential oils irks me.
But
you know what? I've heard so many people that it helps them.
Yeah.
And what you're going to find once you're in this world of spirituality, some things are going to work for you and some things are not.
Right. And it's all trial by error. We have everything has to be, you have to try it. If you don't try it, you don't know. But you can also, something that's soothing for me is meditation music. If I listen to certain meditation music, that will calm me, because sometimes I have crazy days and I need that at night before I go to sleep, just to close my head off from everything. That works for me. But what else could you do for ADHD, girls?
That's actually really great, Barbara. For those of you who just have a hard time letting go at the end of the day because so much has happened, putting on a little YouTube meditation music and just taking a couple of nice deep breaths as you're laying in bed really helps kind of solidify a nighttime routine, which then is telling your mind and your body, hey, it's time for us to go into our subconscious so that we can relax.
Right. Yeah, that really works for me. But
you know what's great for me? I love cooking.
For me, you're a great
cooking is like meditating. I love chopping and grilling and sautéing, and when I'm in the kitchen, to me it's like I'm in a happy place.
Oh.
Now, that doesn't mean that I'm raising my vibration. It just means that right there I'm in a place of peace. And sometimes I'm not looking to raise my vibration. Right. Sometimes I'm looking just to be in a place of peace.
Listen, peace is a beautiful place to be. I long for that.
Also, for the ADHD, you can also do CBD oil. It works wonders for people with even like a lot of the older children affected with autism. They're now giving them just a CBD, nothing with THC in it, but CBD gummies work wonders for people.
Right. That's awesome. Any other questions that we may have?
Yeah, there was one more question. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh no, wait. Oh, how do you handle absorbing negative emotions from those around you?
Woo. That's a big
That's
one.
tough. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Tough.
Go ahead, girls. Take it.
That's tough. Negative energy, positive energy, it's all energy. It's always flowing. It's flowing in and out of us.
Right.
And as an intuitive, we tend to be more empathetic to other people's emotions,
Right.
which means that we could walk into a Stop and Shop and stand online and be standing right next to someone who just had a huge argument with someone, and now we're picking up their negativity. So it's important for me, and what I've done, especially when I used to work back in corporate, and I knew that we were going into these really tough meetings, and there's going to be a lot of yelling, and I would always put a bubble around, or envision a bubble around my body, because I need to be there in the moment. I need to be in the experience. I just don't want to be taking in anyone else's energy. And by putting a bubble around my body or envisioning that, what I'm actually, the intention that I'm putting out there is I don't want to receive anyone else's negativity or even positivity. There are times when I have enough energy floating in me, I don't want anyone else's positive or negative stuff happening. So I just put myself around this little bubble and I stop other people's energy from coming at me. But it's really hard to do because you've got to be very aware of who you're around.
Right. You know what I do?
And that's tough.
You know what I do with my, especially my son. My son, he's always like, "Mom, I need the protection." I don't know. He's only 12, but I every day I'll tell him to put on his shield because our solar plexus and our sacral and our heart chakras are so open, and when you are out and about with so many different people, we're bringing in that negativity, or like Gina said, any energy, and we need to protect ourselves. So I put on this, like a shield across him, and I say, you're protected, blah blah blah, and I do a whole little thing for him. But you can do that too. Like, just imagine like you have just a shield that kind of protects you in your solar plexus, not to receive any energy, and that works for me. That works for me. Although I'm a bundle of like sensitivity lately, but whatever.
There's a lady named Maria, and sorry.
Oh wait, hold on. Good. Bobby wants to say one more thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to say that with the negativity, in order to not absorb it, the first thing that works is being aware of it.
Right.
So now that you're aware that it's out there, that's how you do it, because your subconscious mind will help you not to allow it to penetrate your energy.
Right.
So being aware of it and aware of anything in life it'll always stay in your subconscious mind. So just tell your guides you don't want to absorb it, and put yourself in hold the highest light of protection.
Right. Sally, what did you have on?
Maria would like to know if you would speak about karmic debt.
Oh, that's a whole other show.
That is a whole other show, and that's actually
that's
a
a whole other
great
show.
idea to maybe do next week.
Oh, we only have a few more
fabulous.
minutes left. That's a big question, but we will bring that back next week, I think. Do you want to just say a little bit about it, Gina? Bobby, do you have anything that you want to just
No, it's too long of an explanation.
Too much. All right, so you have to tune in next week.
Yeah, got to tune in next week. There's just so much information regarding karmic debt, and we will explain it all next week.
That's a biggie. Biggie. Anything else, Sally? Do you have anything else on there?
Those were all the questions so far. A lot of great. They're agreeing with you about aromatherapy and oils, and but they're just really enjoying the show.
That's great. Well, we're enjoying being here. I miss my girls here, though. I do. I miss my girls.
I know.
Next week,
you know what? We did it.
Listen, come high or hell water. I think Spirit wanted to see how much do they want this. Let's see how much they really want this.
Yeah.
Are they gonna push through it? I think we did. We pushed through it. Look, we're troopers. We're troopers. How much time do we have left, Sally?
Whatever you want to do. It's fun by me.
Oh, all right. Okay. Girls, another 3 hours?
That's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, but this is really exciting, and I'm so happy for everyone that tuned in tonight.
Yes.
And, we're going to iron out these little kinks so that all three of us can be on video next week.
Right.
but this is so exciting.
It is exciting, and this is just like the beginning. You'll be able to see our show not just here on govsradio.com, but you'll also be able to see us on our Facebook pages. We're going to get a copy of this, right? And we're going to be putting it on our Facebook pages as well, so you guys can, whoever would like to see it again, you're more than welcome to. And for other people who haven't been able to catch it, they'll be able to catch it later on tonight.
Sure.
Or tomorrow. Sally, how long does it take usually for us to get a copy of it?
Oh, it's on. Like, it's live. So,
all right, so we can grab it and share it?
It's on right now. You could share it right now.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll grab it and share it. And we ask that all of you who are enjoying it, if you could also grab and share, because that's how we get to grow and shed our light further out there. So we appreciate all your time with us today. We really are looking forward to next time that we can be together next Thursday at 5:30, and we'll have some more great stuff coming up. I don't know if Bobby, do you have anything you would like to add before we leave?
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and hopefully all the glitches will be worked out for next week.
Yeah.
And that's really it. If you want to contact any of us, then you know our Facebook pages, and we all have websites and Instagram. So follow us and share away, girls.
Yes.
And guys.
All right, Gina, how you doing over there?
I'm good. I just wanted to remind anyone, if there's anything that you want us to talk about in future episodes, just leave us a little comment here on YouTube. We will get to the comments, and we would love to be able to speak about any topics that you guys would like.
Yes, yes. And then again, thank you everyone for joining us today. We really, really love hearing from you, so please send